Do you wish you could be the present mom you've always wanted to be, but still need to provide an income for your family? Are you tired of scouring the internet for legit jobs that will replace your income and that you can do from home in your PJs? Hey friend, welcome to the Virtual Assistant Mama podcast. I know you're over there Googling jobs for moms, legit work at home jobs, or start a side hustle, yet you can't figure out how to take that first step. So instead, you stay stuck, do nothing, or start random side hustles to try to make quick money. Becoming a virtual assistant is the answered prayer you've been waiting for. My name is Ariana, and I'm a former teacher turned work-at-home mom who replaced my teaching income as a virtual assistant in just 6 months. I did this by taking a step of faith and following the dream that God placed on my heart to be home with my babies. Mama, your dreams pale in comparison to God's dreams for you. Imagine offering services that light you up, working with clients who value you and pay you what you're worth, and having a job that works around your life and not the other way around. This is the podcast for you. It's time to take that first step. Are you ready? Here we go. Hey friends, I want to share something super fun with you in today's episode. I recently almost doubled my teaching income. I was only working on projects for my clients 7 days total out of the month. So in this episode, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I was able to do that. The way that I have decided to structure my business is doing what I call VIP intensives, or another word for that is called VIP days. So what this is basically you provide a service for your clients in a short amount of time, and you spend those VIP days focusing solely on that client's project. This allows them to move on to other tasks in their business faster, and you're able to spend less time working. So the biggest benefit of this, I think, is that you're able to only work a few days out of the month and make a very good amount of income, especially if you're still in your 9 to 5. With these 2 projects that I did, one project was 3 days long, the other was 4 days long. I made $5,500 just working on those projects for 7 days. Now, that's just to go to show you what's possible, but I want to walk you through kind of what this really looks like. When you do a VIP day, I do not just want you to charge hourly and just charge them for, 7 hours of work. That's not what this is. You are charging premium prices for your VIP days because you're focusing solely on your client. During those days, you're busting out a huge project for them that's going to allow them to generate more income. It's going to allow them to connect with more people. It's going to just take a big thing off of their to-do list. So you need to be pricing accordingly. You do charge very high prices for VIP days. Now, I'm a website designer, so obviously website design lends itself really well to VIP days, but some other virtual assistant services that lend themselves well to VIP days are social media management. Like you could plan out your client's whole social media content, get it all created, get it all scheduled in like a day and charge, $1,000 for that. You could do the same thing with Pinterest management. You could do the same thing with copywriting, podcast management. There are seriously so many services that you can create VIP days for your clients with. Now, typically the structure of these VIP days, they can be anywhere from just one VIP day to get a project done up to like a week. Mine are typically 3 to 5 days. It takes me 3 days to build out like a basic site and up to 5 days if I'm building out like a course on their website for them as well, like a membership backend platform. Or like if they have a ton of products they're selling, it'll take me a couple extra days. So we'll bump it up to the 5 days if I'm having to like create their shop and add all their products and all that. Now, let me give you an example of what it would look like if you did a copywriting VIP day for your client, setting up their entire email sequence. I would not charge any less than $1,000 for this. Again, that's 1 day of copywriting, setting up, all of their emails for the month, or even just a whole flow of emails for like their freebie. And then you keep like they keep automatically sending emails over the next couple weeks. You could get that all set up and automated for your client. So yeah, I wouldn't charge any less than $1,000 for this. And then if you sold 3 of these per month, that's $3,000 for 3 days of work. So I just want you to be brainstorming what this could look like with the service that you're wanting to offer. Let me walk you through how I personally run my VIP days. I always have my clients pay 50% upfront to reserve their spot on my calendar. This gets them that definite pricing. My pricing's not going to change once they've made that deposit. And that allows them to pick what days on my calendar they want to have their project done. I'll send them my scheduling link and they will pick which of my open availability days they are going to be available. So once they've paid the invoice and signed the contract, I send them a welcome email with description of how the days are going to work, how we're going to communicate on those days, a form to fill out with all of the website strategy questions, login info, all of that. And then I also give them links to schedule their kickoff call with me, which is typically 30 minutes. And then also link to schedule their actual VIP days. So on the kickoff call, we just kind of go through the form I had them fill out. I answer any questions for them. I show them how to get their homework to me. And their homework is typically like their written website content and any photos they want on the site. So I'll show them exactly where to give me all of that. Typically, I use Asana for like my project management tool where they can see what tasks are assigned to them and the due dates. And then I also have a Google folder, which is where they'll like upload all the photos and their written content. So we talk about that on the kickoff call. Again, it's about 30 minutes long. And then typically the VIP days are about 2 weeks after the kickoff call because that gives them the time to get their homework of the written content and the photos done and to me. Now, if they don't get that content ready by their VIP days, I do charge a fee to reschedule because I'm holding those days for them. And if they don't get it done in time, then that prevented me from being able to work with any other clients. So I do charge a fee if they're not ready in time. Now, the remaining balance on their invoice is typically due the second day of the VIP day. So like I said, my projects are typically like 3 to 5 days long. I usually have that remaining 50% on the invoice due the second VIP day. Okay, so I'm paid way before the end of the project. You never get paid at the end because then you're trying to chase people down. On the actual VIP days, my clients aren't on Zoom with me all day or anything crazy like that. I just utilize an app called Voxer, Voxer, to keep them updated on what I'm working on, voice note them if I have any questions as I'm working, and they just have to be available to respond fairly quickly to any questions I have. That way I'm not held up on a project on a spot in the project and not able to move forward. So they don't have to be on Zoom with me, but they do just have to have their phone near them and their sound on so they know when I've like sent them a message. I'll also let them know when it's time to complete revisions on a page. I'll send them a page that I finished designing. They'll make their revisions. They'll let me know what they are. I'll make those changes. I'll send it back for another set of revisions. They'll give me that list, I'll make those revisions, and then that page is done, and I move on to the next page. So they get 2 sets of revisions per page. So let me just walk you through what a 3-day project would look like. On day 1 of the project, that's when I'm focusing on their branding, if they need help with that, and also the website settings. So it does take me quite a while to get all of the tech backend parts of the site set up, like installing plugins and just getting like all the general website settings installed. I do also on the first day like to at least get the homepage design done and off for the first set of revisions. That way, that evening, my client can make that list of first revisions. And on the second day, I can jump into getting those first revisions done, send it off for second revision, get that second revision done. And then once the homepage is built, that one always takes the longest, but once that is done, the other pages fly by because we're using similar design elements from the home page in all the other pages to keep the design cohesive. So the home page typically takes like a day and a half to get done, and then all the other pages will fly by. Like, my clients are always astounded by how many pages I'm sending to them on the second and third days. So by the end of that third day, I'm recording a tutorial video teaching them how to maintain their site, how to make updates if they want to. I do offer website maintenance packages to them, like ongoing, month to month, if they want that. But if they don't, I give them that tutorial video teaching them how to make changes on their own so they don't feel like they're going to break their site. So when the design is all done, I have them give me a testimonial. I have a form I send for that. And then I send them the tutorial video. I send them a launch graphic that they can put on their social media announcing their new site. And then I just send them any instructions of like how to log into different platforms I might have set up for them or whatever. Now, an important note about VIP days. I do not recommend offering these until you have a few projects under your belt. You need to have systems in place so that it goes quickly and smoothly, because if you're still trying to learn a platform, you're not going to be able to get it done that fast. Now, you don't need to know 100% of the platform. I learn something new on every single project I do, but you do need to have like a pretty good level of comfort with whatever systems you're using. Now, I teach you how to structure VIP days in the Scaling Virtual Assistant Mastermind. I walk you through it hand in hand, figure out how best to format it for the service you're offering. So if that's something that you are interested in doing, if you're already a virtual assistant and you want to be able to only work a couple days a week, come and submit your application to the Scaling Virtual Assistant Mastermind. You can find all the info for it at arianavernier.com/mastermind. Get your application in. I'm reviewing them all the time, so you will hear back from me ASAP. All right. If you have any questions about how I structure these VIP days and want me to go a little more in depth on something, let me know. I would love to help you. You can go and drop those questions in our free Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/virtual assistant mama. Can't wait to hear from y'all. Let me know if you have any questions, and we will see you back here on the next episode. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I would love to bless you with a free gift as a thank you. All you have to do is leave a review of the show on Apple Podcasts, take a screenshot, and send it to podcast@virtualassistantmama.com. I'll send you a code so you can snag my virtual assistant toolkit for free. And don't forget to come hang out with us in our free community, facebook.com/groups/virtual assistant mama. I'm so honored to support you in your journey to becoming a virtual assistant. Until next week, y'all, keep following the dreams that were placed on your heart so you can be the present mama you've always wanted to be.